moms choosing vegan and gluten-free diets for their babies are trending on TikTok right now. Many people go vegan for health reasons. They're concerned about red meat, but doctors have their own concerns. So here to give us the do's and don'ts is Dr. Pritesh Mutha, gastroenterologist with UT Health Houston and Memorial Hermann. Good morning to you, and thanks for talking with us today.
Sure, good morning, Sally.
Well, let's start first off with just, is it safe to put young children, we're talking toddlers and babies, on a vegan diet?
So short answer is yes. It is safe to put kids right from when they're in the mother's uterus to be on vegan diet. But you have to be careful because sugar is vegan, soda is vegan. So it shouldn't be called vegan, but it should be called whole foods plant-based diet. That's the most important part. So wherein you don't use any processed food. And besides using your whole foods plant-based diet, you should also make sure that they are supplemented with vitamin B12. That's one of the most essential things that people forget. People go vegan for multiple different reasons, and health is one of the crucial ones. If you're doing that, be sure that you're on whole foods plant-based diet and supplement them with vitamin B12.
Okay, good to know. So if a family came to you and said, what age is it safe for me to start doing this whole food or vegan diet with my child? Is it any age?
Any age, absolutely. After you wean baby off of mother's milk, they can totally go on whole foods plant-based vegan diet. It's preferable actually because of multiple diseases that you see in pediatric population, and all the adults who have diseases, the roots are laid in their childhood. We think, oh, kids can eat anything, but no, this is when you're actually kind of, getting the disease into your body, starting it, and it manifests when you're older.
But what about protein? So many parents might worry, I don't know how I'm going to be able to get the amount of protein into my child. What do you do in place of that?
So if you think about it, in meat, you eat cow, chicken. What do they eat? They get their proteins from grass and plants. So every plant-based food has protein, small or less. Actually, in quantity, even all the top-notch athletes all across the world can get all their protein from plant-based diet, and actually they're moving on to that diet and they're excelling in their performance. So, and too much of protein can be actually harmful. There are some other diets who recommended a high-protein diet, and people have realized that might be dangerous to the point that it can even lead to heart diseases, cancers, that kind of stuff. So you get whole foods plant-based diet and you get enough protein for your body to do everything that's needed to perform all the basic functions.
A lot of parents start off with all good intentions. Their kids are eating sweet potatoes and broccoli and avocados, and then it slowly goes down to chicken nuggets, macaroni and cheese, and pizza, and it's hard to ever go back.
Absolutely.
I mean, if for a parent who wants to make this change, how do you go about changing and reversing these trends? That would be incredibly difficult.
So the biggest thing is, monkey see, monkey do. So parents need to start incorporating that in their lifestyle, and you will see kids will start doing that as well. The second easy trick is, don't buy these things. If you don't buy it in the house, kids may have cravings, but then you're like, I don't have it. Now you add a few more steps to actually get and buy, then most of the time that craving is going to fizzle out.
Sure. And when it comes to a gluten-free diet, obviously there's kids with allergies, and so is that okay to have a gluten-free diet for a toddler?
So gluten-free diet should be only prescribed to somebody who has been diagnosed with celiac disease. No one else needs it.
No one else?
No one else.
Wow. Even as you get older, because a lot of people say, I want to go gluten-free.
Yeah.
But you say don't do it unless you've been diagnosed?
There is this concept of gluten intolerance, but it is very similar to something we call as irritable bowel syndrome. And many times it's the processed food actually which has gluten in it, and we think it's gluten intolerance, but most of the time it's the processed food. If you go on whole foods, again, I repeat the same thing, whole foods, wherein you have nothing extracted out of the food or nothing added into it, no chemicals, nothing, and that's the right diet. So only patients who have been diagnosed with celiac disease, be it kids or adults, need to be on gluten-free diet.
Shop the perimeter of the grocery store like they always tell us to do, right? All right, doctor, thank you so much for coming in.
Certainly,
we
my
appreciate
pleasure.
it. Have a good rest of your week.